Welcome. This is a simple video, and it's all about number 4 and 5. Now, obviously, I would be pretty stupid if I didn't complete the assignment and told you only part of it. Wouldn't that be pretty stupid? Well, guess what? I am. What I want to tell you is that 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, and 9 in French do not support the letter Q. The totality of these numbers equal to 6 on the first row, 6 on the second row, and 24 on the third row, which is 2 and 4 is 6, totaling 36, which could be a combination of multiplication of 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6, two ratios. It could be the 36 number, the letter Z, or 0. 0, if we were talking about the final number in gematria for 36, okay, because everybody can do it a little bit different. The other thing with that is now we're going to go on, and we're doing this in French, by the way. Now we're going to go on to the diagonal. How do we count it? Will we count the numbers this way or on this angle? Just something to throw at you. Now, the numbers 10 unto 19, 10 unto 19 are repeated 3 times inside the French numerology up to 100. It happens the first time between 10 and 19. It happens the second time at 74, because what happens in French is that when it comes to the 70s, they repeat the word 60. They say 60 plus 10 or plus 11, etc. up to 19. So having these 3, we have gone 10, 10, 10 is 30 creation, 19, 19 is 57. The totality equals the 87, in which is the actual creation of this house. Apparently, it's the megahertz that we run by, 78, 87, 8 and 7. 15, 1 and 5 is 6, 8 and 7, 15, 1 and 5 is 6. That's how you end up with 666 if you want to go that route. Okay, so anyways, when we count up all these numbers, 10, 11, 12, 13, 16, 17, we leave out 14 and 15 because we don't want the letter Q. So the total of these numbers would be 116. It would happen 3 times, which would equal to 348, which leaves you 17 days, or the 14th day of December, 14th day of March, or the first 3 numbers in pi, and yes, it does connect. Also, 3 by the 48 equals 144. 3 times 48 equals 144, which are the midway angels. If you multiply them, and yes, sometimes the zeros are missing because we're missing the balance of the story, which will make us put the zeros or take out a number automatically in our head, but we're still learning this. So you end up with 340. Now, if you only use 2 of them, okay, you end up with 232. 2 times 32, which equals 64. That's the game of the chess. I don't know how that implies, but I do know it works. It's worked before. The other thing I wanted to mention, that there was a number in here, is that number 57, and 57 equals 114. 57 is gematria for the moon. 114 is the 3 little pigs, in which is KD, the 11th letter and the 4th letter, or KDN as the first letter, or KDAN as the first letter, or the 11th letter, the 14th letter, the first letter. I mean, it's the 3 little pigs. I have it down here at the bottom, and I'm going to show you it, how the 3 little pigs come out. So as you go up higher, you get into the 20s. Now, when you get into the 20s, you're in the 20 worlds. You add up 20 to 29. Without 24 and 25, it equals to 196. The one spirit of the rotation, human man. So we finish the 20s. There's a group of 8 numbers in the 20s. Now we go to the 30s. When we get to the 30s, I split it up a little bit different because in gematria, it ends at 36. And then we have 37, 38, 39, and 40. But really and truthfully, in this world, I don't think you really want to go back to 40 because that's where you came from. Go back home. So anyways, what you get here is you get 150, which is half of 300, 12, which is half the 24-hour day, 90, which is the birth, and 24, which is the rest. Now, what does this come from, 90 and 24? 37, 38, 39. And if we went to the roulette table, I can explain you these numbers against the numbers I'm talking about. Okay, 90 and 24 equals 37, 38, 39, 114, which is two moons, 114, the three little pigs, and the connection between 38, 83, the three worlds, the two worlds and the eye of the third world, if you want to look at it that way. The totality of these numbers in the 30 division of no Q is 276. The spirit is 76 in the 30 creation, in the 3 area. When we come into the 4 area, okay, and the 5, okay, the numbers total up to 445 and 545, the total 990. That's the most you can go. I didn't do it purposely. It just comes out that way when you add the numbers. It's just made that way, and everybody knows that it's 990 and 10 for the world we're in, the 9 birth. And the creation of the world is also a 9. Then you go to 60 and 70. Now 60 and 70 go together because in French, okay, and plus we're going to take away the Q because in French, 60 and the 70, you go 70, 60 plus 10, 60 plus 12, like before. Like in 80 and 90, you say 80 plus, you don't even say 80, you say 40 to 20 to 90. You don't even say, you say 40, 20, and 15 would be 95. 95. So what we do is when I add up the 60s and the 70s, okay, is that the 70s is there's 8 divisions without the 74 and 75. So it totals 560. The white wolf plus the 36, okay, which, I mean, it's 560 plus 36. It's the 70, 70, 70, 70, 70, plus the 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9 equals 36. Totals 596. 5 by 96. The rotation, the heart of the rotation, 5 by 16. The rotation of the one spirit is 6. This is our mind connected to the other world. At the same time, I'm not sure where the 80 and 90 is, but 80 and 90 also go together. Because of what I just told you. And there's other things to do between 80 and 90 because 80 by 80 is a total of 640. That's the size of the chessboard. 64, 640, the age of Prince Charles, etc. There's so much more. And 9 by 9 is 810. I mean, excuse me, 900 because there'd be 10 of them. So it'd be 900. 900 plus 45 would be 945. The 80 would be 845. 8 heaven of the 45 angle, or the 9 birth of the 45 angle. That's why it stops at Barack Obama. 945 and 845 is 1790. Now, I have absolutely no idea what that means yet because I just figured that one out. I'm just taking a look at it. But it wouldn't matter because what you actually do have is you have the octagon with the core equaling to 9 by 4 is 360 and 45 equaling to 405 degrees or whatever you want to count it. And the other one equals 360 degrees, totaling to 765. 5, 6, and 7. E, F, G. Jeff George. That's the number. Because if you really want to look at 5, 6, and 7, if you take the word George, it's 75, 6, 57 is the actual numerological breakdown of George. And since it repeats, this is what shows up. This is a totality of a degree turn of the world between you coming into the world, okay? Like the amount of space that's taken up for the entry into this world, I mean, it shows me it's something to do with an area of 45 degrees. I don't know exactly what that means, because don't forget, whatever it is in the center, that's a hole. This is a hole. This takes up a whole 0. This is a number all in its own. It's 0, and inside the 0 is everything that it means. This is his arm in the 0. The totality, what do you want to call the 0? Well, what do you want to call the baby? It's a baby. What do you want to call the baby? Tell him, Stephen. So that's Stephen. You know what I'm trying to say? It's zero. It's nothing. You have to call it something until you give it something. It's only called a baby. But it's my son. No, he's got a name. The entry and the exit. Anyway, so whatever it is, so then when you go to the, like I forgot that I did it on the other side. But when I do the 8 group, 8 times 80 is the 800. Or I did it by 10, sorry. 10 is 800. But if you take away the 4s and the 5s again in here, you end up with 8 times the 80 is 640. And over here, and this one over here, instead of ending up with 9, you 8, 7. But look at the end, what happens. 8 is wheat. Is wheat sang, caron sang. So that whole number has a Q in it. And 945 in French also has a Q in it. So we can basically, everything is connected right up to the end, to the connection of the queen. There's a lot more in the connection of the queen. There's a lot of stuff. I don't know. I thought it was fake money. It looked fake to me. Look what she's wearing here. You see what she's wearing? She's wearing the necklace pearls. I just want to show you something. I'm not sure if it's here or I saw it online. I think it was online. She wasn't wearing those necklace pearls in something else. She was wearing something else. Anyways, Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. We are one, we are not alone, and there are those behind us that will support us, and when the time comes, we will know. Do not worry. This is what I must believe, because if I do not believe this, I'll feel like everything I'm doing is almost for nothing. It'll feel like everything I'm doing is I'm going to have to make sure that I save everybody, that I do everything. By thinking that there's nobody here, that's the way I have to think. But by knowing there's others out there, I know it's not going to be by my doing. I'm just here to anchor us up to say, come on, babies, let's go. We're all together. We're one united group of peace seekers and freedom seekers and letting people go. And one's looking into the future of evolution. And, you know, and there's somebody behind us. Because if I said I was doing this all, I'm going to have everybody going and saying when and how come and what can you do, rather than concentrating on what we're all trying to do in our own way without asking any of the questions and sharing what we share. Then just thinking that there are groups out there that have dedicated their whole life into what's going to be coming on in the future, whatever that might be. Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for watching. Thank you, Jessica, for all your notes. Thank you, Debbie Trotz, for all your notes. Thank you, Mike Emery, for all your notes. Hoffman, is that your name? Thank you for your notes. And all the others and so on and so forth. Thank you.